Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth. And it's a series across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Shai. Alright, and what I want to get into today, is a kingdom of chaos versus the kingdom of peace. Okay, and we understand that we're in the kingdom of chaos. Alright, this kingdom, has normalized chaos, okay, to the point to where people are unbothered, okay, by the chaos. Matter of fact, okay, people are disturbed when there isn't chaos. Okay, that's why you see, you hear women, speak on, certain men being born because there's no chaos. Okay, it's not chaotic enough. All right, you got this thing, where people are drawn to. You got a thing that's so crazy in society. It's called toxic love. Okay. Which is impossible. It's impossible for love in its true definition to be toxic. Okay, but this earth is so backwards and chaotic under Esau, Edom. Okay, that these things, are normal. Okay, so when you go into the scriptures, this is the book of Proverbs 28:2. This is in the NLT. It says, "When there is moral rot within a nation, its government topples easily. But wise and knowledgeable leaders bring stability." And when you go into the scriptures, a lot of time, is going into the dynamic of Jacob and Esau. All right, good and evil, the godly and the sinners. Okay, because Jacob and Esau represent two different ends of a spectrum. All right, with Esau being the evil and the wicked, and Jacob being the godly and the righteous. Jacob in their natural estate. Okay, which their truth is bringing the remnant back into, our natural estate as the sons of God, the daughters, of Zion, coming back into their order, okay, through, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Shai, through the teachings, okay, of the prophets, man, through his ministry, okay, which is fueled by, the Rakakwadash, the Holy Spirit, given from on high, okay. So whenever read this again, it says, "When there is more rot within a city, a nation." Okay, it's like when there is more rot within a nation, its government topples easily, man. That's why this place is for the taking. Okay, you go here, you see, because Esau, he's to the point to where there's not much more he can do, to where he's peaking out in wickedness. Okay, the Lord is to the point to where, wickedness is peaking out. It has to be a divine judgment. Okay, to set things right. Things are right. Okay, so when it says Jacob is the end of the world, Esau is the end of the world. Okay, and Jacob is the beginning of it, the falling. Well, that's a transition from chaos to peace, to order, to stability. Okay, and that's why, we've been given this wisdom, because this wisdom is going to establish an eternal kingdom. You see, law, statutes, and commandments being implemented in the earth, the wisdom of Yahweh Bashem Shai, the wise rulers that he's getting ready to put in order, that's going to create stability forever. So the earth is going from instability and chaos to peace and stability, man. Okay, this is the transition that's getting ready to happen. All right, Joel 3 and 13, it said, "Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great." Okay, for their wickedness is great, man. The wickedness of this kingdom, man. Okay, this immoral, chaotic, rebellious kingdom. All right, their wickedness is great, and it's time for the Lord to cut wickedness down in the earth. Yahweh Shai is coming back to wage a war, what? In righteousness. okay, against this immoral, chaotic kingdom. Okay, and he's coming to establish stability. You see that? So let's go from there. Let's get this in Sirach. Matter of fact, look at that second Ezra. Then we'll go to Sirach. Segue. Second Ezra 10. Second Ezra 15. Okay, let's go. Second Ezra 15. All right, and 5. It says, "Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." So the hurtful works of this kingdom is fulfilled, and it's hurtful. People are destroyed in this setup. Okay, the ecosystem, animals, life, everything is destroyed here, man. These are hurtful works. What this man has established, okay, within his rulership are hurtful works, man. Okay, family ruined, kids ruined. Okay, nations ruined, resources, just the wealth distribution ruined. This is a very hurtful work, man. Okay, depression, all-time high, anxiety, suicide, everything, life expectancy going down, everything. This is a very hurtful kingdom. This is a hurtful empire, but he showers you with convenience and pleasure to mask, all right, that this is a hurtful kingdom. This is a chaotic kingdom, man. It's to the point to where you hate just even being in traffic, man, because people are so on edge and tense and so panicky and finicky. It's like, God damn. It's like, nigga, when you get past me, where are you going to go? Is it a secret highway that you see that I don't see? And you just feel that especially in traffic, man. That's why, I try to stay out of the way as much as possible, man. But especially in traffic, you can feel, just that chaotic energy that's in the earth, man. But that's under the rulership of Esau Edom. Okay? So, going from there, because see, now we're in the time where the Lord is getting ready to transition. Because remember, when you read, let's go back and read this again in Proverbs 28. Okay? So you go to Proverbs 28 and 2 in the NLT. It says, "When there is moral rot within a nation, its government topples easily, but wise and knowledgeable leaders bring stability." But wise and knowledgeable leaders bring stability, man. Okay, so this nation, we're seeing this place from the topple. The economy is corrupt. Okay, it's from the topple. Okay, there's no more there's no righteousness. Everybody, so the love of many shall wax cold. So it's a very, hostile environment under this type of rulership. So it's finna get civil unrest. It's finna break out. Okay, it's a very unclean, filthy society. Pestilence, and you see. So what we're finna see this place topple, all right, and it's gonna usher in. Okay, but wise and knowledgeable leaders bring stability, man. We're coming into a kingdom of stability, man. Okay, family structure gonna be reinstituted. Okay, the dietary, like the Levitical diet, is gonna be the diet of the earth. Okay, the law, statutes, and commandments are gonna be the standard of the earth. Okay, war will not be learned anymore. Okay, our rulership is gonna bring stability. Okay, to the earth, man. And the earth been missing it a long time. Okay, the ecosystem is going to flourish. Nature is going to be able to do what it's supposed to do. Okay, you're not going to have people fracking for oil and sucking the lubrication out the earth. Okay, the oceans won't be overfished. The unlawful fish won't be removed from their purpose, man. The earth is gonna go back to paradise and stability, man. Okay, ain't gonna be no single mother epidemic, and nah, man. The women is gonna have stability under structure. Okay, our women are gonna be set up beyond anything they can fathom. Okay, and even amongst the heathen, after their 1,000 years, they're gonna have structure amongst themselves, man. Okay, it's gonna be a standard. You see, there won't be no goddamn women's volleyball team, track team, and all this, and trying to be the senator or that none of it. No, it's gonna be order. It's gonna be structure. It's gonna be stability. Everything is gonna go back to its intended purpose, man, which is gonna bring stability and peace to the earth. Okay, ain't gonna be no unemployment rate. You see, government assistance and all this and subsidies and paperwork. All this gonna be done away with. It's gonna be peace and stability, man. Okay, and you go here. All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, and verse 4. It says the power of the earth. Okay. Matter of fact, I started at 3. It says an unwise king destroyed his people, Esau. See, the scriptures deal with a lot of the duality of Jacob and Esau. Okay, Esau was the unwise king, unfit. Okay, that's why he doesn't have the blessing of an eternal kingdom. His blessing was temporal, and it was going to be through violence. Okay, which is chaos. Okay, it says an unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. Okay, so through the prudence of them, okay, which are in authority, which is the wise rulers. Okay, the sons of God, the intended rulers of the earth, man. Okay, you see that the Israelite man in rulership, the earth is going to flow. The earth is going to be in rhythm. Peace and stability is going to be, okay, the overtone of the kingdom. Okay, because even when you go here, we'll go back to there. When you go to Isaiah 32. Okay, Isaiah 32:1. It says, "Behold, Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, Yahweh Shai, and princes shall rule in judgment." First fruits. The rest of the 144. Okay, they governing body. Okay, righteousness, man. You read this in the NLT. Look, a righteous king is coming, Yahweh Shai, and honest princes will rule under him. The first fruits, 144,000, going to be those honest princes that's going to rule under him. All right, and it's going to bring back stability to the earth, man. Okay, it's not going to be a thing of scarcity of food. Okay, it's not going to be, a gender war. The men and women arguing on the internet all goddamn day. Okay, not going to be arguing about what bathroom to go to. Okay, arguing about abortions and Planned Parenthood, scandals coming out and this. No, man. Okay, that's of this chaotic, confused, rebellious kingdom, man. Okay, but the Lord is finna set up a righteous government, man. That's gonna bring back stability. Okay, let's go back. All right, and let's finish this here. This is Sirach. There we go. Sirach 10:4. It's the point. It says the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable, man. And that's Yahweh Shai. Lord will, we are, those joint heirs, under Yahweh Shah that's going to aid him in bringing stability back to the earth through wisdom, through righteousness, through order. Okay? So, Lord will you, brothers, all right, and you sisters, edified once again. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakapadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful Shalom.